Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we got the new carburetor finally came in. Super excited to show it to you. It's a little bit newer. It's got more here, I'll show you the differences actually. I'll show you what we got going on over here underneath the truck. So this one has a little vacuum. That one doesn't have a vacuum. This one's got more adjustments too on this side. That one only has one. And there's a big reason why I changed it out. My electronic choke doesn't work at all, and I really want my electronic choke to work, and like especially for the winter time. So I'm getting ready to take the old one off and get this all tuned up. The air cleaner I did got really like all this paint and stuff, like on the valve covers, it gets really dirty really quick. So that's no big deal. Let's brush this whole thing off. All right, got the old carb off. I'm gonna take the old gasket off. Oh shoot, leaking gas. I'm probably gonna have to reseal some of these. I ended up accidentally taking one of those studs off back there. It's stuck back here, right there. I don't know how I'm gonna get that out, but that's a problem for later. And by problem for later, I mean problem for right now. So I'm gonna see what I can do. Where'd it go? That's back there. I'm gonna see what I can do about getting this out. I probably should have laid that down. Oh well. Alright, so I took this fitting off of the old carburetor, going to put it on this one. It's a little different. No big deal though. I think I can just go to O'Reilly's, bring this with me, and just tell them I need something that'll fit. Like a hose fitting that'll fit right there. I messed with the thing for an hour trying to get the stud off. I finally got it off. I just broke this side cover off. Hopefully, knock on wood, this will work just fine. I don't have to worry about anything like that. All right, heading off to O'Reilly's to get a vacuum or a fuel line hose. Got the carburetor with me so I get the right size. Be back with you guys in a little bit. For you guys, it'll be like 2 seconds. All right, I got a little bit of gasket maker I'm gonna pour on here, just like a little thin line across. A really bad thin line, but that's because this gasket I got doesn't have a port for this little EGR hole, EGR, exhaust gas recirculation or something like that. But what I was looking at is you can actually like bypass it. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's a lot too much, but that's how you know you got enough. See, I'm gonna use this gasket right here, and I gotta put it on like that. Yeah, it goes on like that, and then press it down. And see how it doesn't have those holes over there. It'll still work the same from what I was looking at. Because my EGR valve, this is the EGR valve and the riser and everything. This wasn't even hooked up, so I'm not too worried about it because it's really not gonna make a difference. But then you just take this, put that right on there like this, and then you put your gasket here and then a carburetor on top. The thing about, like, I was just gonna completely bypass it, but my studs are way too long. If I had shorter studs, I'd just take this plate off and not use it at all because it doesn't do anything because it was never hooked up. It was just a emissions thing, but since this truck's old enough, it doesn't qualify for emissions. After putting way too much thread locker on that, that's ready to be put on. Throttle lines up correctly. It's working like it should, I think. And then I gotta run my electronic choke. Just plugging in all my vacuums before I forget, because I know I'm gonna forget to plug in these vacuums. This big EGR runs back here like that, bolt it on, and then dial all this stuff in. But this carburetor is a lot bigger than the old one, which is good, I think, because you can always tune it backwards to kind of negate all that stuff. I think this is supposed to be pressed out a little bit. I have no idea how this one's a little bit different in terms of how it's set up, but we'll get to it when we get to it. I'm gonna bolt this stuff down, get that hooked up, and I'm not too sure what I did, but now the throttle linkage is like stuck. Like I said, it was working fine until I put this on there, so I started loosening this off, and it doesn't do anything at all. I have no idea what in the world I did wrong, but I do know is I just lost that fitting. Oh, there's that fitting. Okay, so I pulled out the the little linkage. Look at, let's see if I pick it up. See how scratched up that is? That's how it looked like when I pulled it out. So I think when the dudes or whoever was milling this at the factory, they didn't mill the shaft to the right spec, so it hangs up when you give it throttle. I'm not gonna send it back because, you know, I'm on a budget and I don't really want to wait that long. So what I'm gonna do is just sand this down by hand, get it all fine, and then just see what that does. This is the most painful carburetor installation in the entire history of the world. I swear this is terrible. I figured it'd be easy. I've been out here for like 4 hours. All right, after about an hour, I finally got it to bounce back and all the way at full throttle, bounces back all the way. I'm gonna get this thing bolted back down, screw that in some more, and then I will hopefully get this thing started. Fingers crossed. Got it to run, but the throttle sticks no matter how far you go. It will not bounce back one bit. I got scammed on this carburetor. Take the carb back off and sand it down a lot more because it's, you know, brand new parts, and somehow you still have to work on it. Bought a stronger carb spring for it. Fixed it right up. I don't have to take it apart, nothing. Just gonna put my air cleaner on and take it for a little spin. Air filter's back on. Let's go give it a little test drive. Oh yeah. She sounds good. Idle needs set up a little bit. Sounds like it's about to die, but it's not dying. It is so nice. Almost hit something. Sounds so good. Let's see if we can get a little sideways. A lot sideways we got.
Alright guys, this is the next day. I got some stuff to finish up. Gotta run the electronic choke and get some wires cleaned up. And I'll do that after I eat my nutritious breakfast of Dr. Pepper and the Cosmic Brownies. So before I actually start tearing into stuff, I want to see how easy, shit, I dropped it. I want to see how easy, drop my keys, this truck starts in the morning. So I have to put my alternator switch on. I'm gonna pump it twice. Oh my God! Fired right up. They cranked over like once. Oh my, I am so impressed. Right, so I just tied into my exciter wire on my alternator, which only turns on when the truck's running. So it's not gonna drain any juice or anything. And of course the wire's a mile too long, but I got some duct tape that I need to tie up some of those wires anyways. So that's no big deal. I'm gonna just take this and tape it all up out of the way so nothing gets burnt, nothing gets demolished, stuff like that. I got this here chrome duct tape, so that means it's 30 plus horsepower. No, it doesn't. That probably just means it's gonna melt, catch on fire, something like that. I guess we'll find out. This is all duct taped up out of the way, and it's ready to just be forgot about. So it actually looks, you know, it looks a lot better than it did before. It was all dangling down. So now I'm gonna start it and see if the choke opens up all the way like that. And hopefully this will be it. As soon as I started it up, it already moved. So I think we're off to a good start. I came in here to check and see what we were idling at, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It is definitely opening up. As you can tell from the last clip of me recording this is a success. So you can actually see now it's wide open, and you gotta close it and it opens itself back up. So that's doing what it's supposed to do. So easy peasy, took like 15-20 minutes to do. That's because I was trying to find a good wire. Let's top back on, screw the swing nut down, and we're done. Yeah, I appreciate you guys again for watching all these videos. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye.